What is up, RPG and Mario fans? In this video, I'll be ranking all the Paper Mario games. I've ranked them based off their battle system, their art, their soundtrack, and their story. And now it's time for the overall ranking. I'm really excited for this. This might be a long one because I have a lot to say. And I warn you, this will probably trigger fans of both the new and the old games because of how wacky my opinion is. So if you hate controversial opinions, probably click off this video right now, because let's just say I don't have the most conventional opinion on the internet. But if you like to hear different opinions than every other video that has Thousand Year Door on top, Paper Mario, I don't know. I feel like most videos it's like Sticker Star and last, then Color Splash, and then usually Thousand Year Doors at the top, maybe the odd Super Paper Mario. I mean, there's definitely some variation, but I think that you will find that you'll be mad at this video at least one point in the video. So please don't kill me in the comments. But anyway, it's just my opinion, so let's get into this. Let me know your opinions down below after you watch the video. Anyway, enough ranting. Okay, let's get into the original Paper Mario. And I'm gonna talk and then place it, so it just makes more sense. So I'm not just placing it right away because I have a lot to say first. So I'll talk about the goods and the bads, the ups and the downs for each game. So I'll just go through each category I have written down really quick. So the battle system in Paper Mario, the original, is pretty dang good. It's the traditional battle system, but I do have some things that I don't love about it. Compared to Thousand Year Door, at least, it's missing that stage, the theatrical element of it all. I also do not like the partners too much in this game for two reasons. One, they don't have their own individual health bars, which I always thought was odd. Not really my favorite. I definitely like the way Thousand Year Door handled that better. And I don't like how I feel like each partner in Thousand Year Door fills a more niche role. Whereas I feel like in this game, each partner is a little more similar, which maybe that's just me, but it just makes it feel like each partner is too similar. And I only ever really used Watts, Sushi, and Goombario just because that's how it really played out. Whereas in Thousand Year Door, I felt like I had to use all of them at least some given point. Another issue that I have with just the battles in this game is how much BP you can get. In Thousand Year Door, you can get 99 BP and get some fun setups, whereas in this game, you get 30. And I'm kind of the guy who literally levels only BP. So and I like to do the crazy combos, and this game just really doesn't have that flexibility like Thousand Year Door. Honestly, that's one of my biggest flaws with this game. I don't like that because I just feel like I'm very limited. When I'm like pretty much only play RPGs, that's like my get like is literally I'm called RPG ranked for a reason. I play so many RPGs, and to have one where I can equip 10 badges maybe. I mean, that sounds like a lot, but when you compare it to Thousand Year Door, I just don't really want to come back to this game and play it when the battle mechanics are just a lot worse in my opinion. Anyway, it just really feels like Thousand Year Door really took everything I loved about this battle system and improved it. And when you're spending half the time in battle, it's kind of important that the battle system's better. So that's one reason I like Paper Mario less than the Thousand Year Door. So, and then the story is pretty awful. I mean, it's charming. What I'll say about this game is that it's the most charming and cozy of the series. Like, it's always just fun and energetic to play. Like, the graphics are just cute. Like, it's great. It looks great. It's a fun story, and it's executed very well, but there's only so much you can do with a save Peach, kill Bowser. Like, I don't care if Bowser's super powered or Bowser's this or that, but when you've got a series where every entry except stupid old Sticker Star is doing something. I mean, this game and Sticker Star just really didn't. I mean, this game did it way better than Sticker Star, obviously, but the plot is just not too interesting. And in a Mario RPG, like Mario RPG, the original, was way crazier than this. it was Schmitty and his weapon factory. Like that was epic. And then we go to I don't know. I the story is well done. It's way better than any mainline Mario game. Like I'm not going to pretend like new Super Mario Bros. U can even compare to the story in this game, but it's still not great. I mean, the characters are fun. It's a charming game, but it's nothing too special. Also, this game unfortunately has my least favorite soundtrack of the series. I do like it, but I just find that the orchestration in later entries is a lot better. This definitely has a charming, like I was saying, it's like cozy. The whole soundtrack is carefree, charming, and cozy, which is kind of why I don't like it. The other soundtracks just have so much more variety. While Sticker Star doesn't have a lot of variety, but I also am obsessed with jazz music, so that's a me problem. But this game just doesn't have that much variety in its music compared to the other games. It's just all very light, and which fits with the tone of the game, but I don't. Yeah, it's just not my favorite soundtrack. Now, I love the art in this game. It's one of my favorite looking games in the series just because of how unique it looks, how it holds up. It's very much. I played this game for the first time actually in 2023, and it just holds up completely still. Best looking game on the Nintendo 64, in my opinion. It's just a great looking game. Another issue I have with the game, I just don't think the characters are very compelling. I think that, I mean, they all are memorable in their design and their abilities are kind of memorable, but I just, like, the design is good, but their personality and story is severely lacking compared to Thousand Year Door, compared to the characters in even Super Paper Mario and the Origami King. I just think that these characters are really shallow. Lady Bo is really the only one that I feel like has a really distinct personality. I don't know. I think that these are pretty not the greatest characters in the series. And as I was saying earlier, the badge system really brings this game down for me. And I think the chapters are all around pretty fun. I just found myself having more fun with all the other like, I love the Thousand Year Door chapters. I love the Origami King chapters. I really like the Super Paper Mario chapters. And I really like the Color Splash chapters. And in this game, I just found that there were quite a few chapters I didn't enjoy that much. Now, one thing I will say about this game is that compared to later entries in the series, it takes all the way up the next 4 entries up until Origami King. This is like the most open, explorative. Like, I do like that this game is more open because Thousand Year Door is a hallway simulator. Heck, it's more of a hallway simulator than the hallway simulator FF13. Like, it's literally a hallway, the whole game, except for like Rogueport, right? And so is Super Paper Mario because it's literally a platformer. And Sticker Star level design sucks. Color Splash is awesome level design. So, I mean, I think Color Splash and Origami King, but compared to some of my other favorites in the series, I do like the open feel of this game. I love the spin dash, and there's a lot of things I love about this game. I love how it's charming. I love the spin dash. I love the exploration, but it's missing some of my favorite parts of the Paper Mario series, and that is why it is going to go in the B tier. All right, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door is honestly, here's my thing. One thing I love about the Paper Mario series is that it's unique and it tries new things. I know a lot of people just want every game to be like Paper Mario and Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door. And you know, if every game was, I wouldn't be complaining either. But I do like that we got some different games here. And yes, there were some misses. There were some stupid, flawed ideas here and there. But that doesn't mean the whole game, all the games suck anyway. But my point is that Thousand Year Door is like a direct follow-up to Paper Mario. Color Splash is like a direct follow-up to Sticker Star. So to me, I'd rather have one of each experience. A traditional Paper Mario experience, a super experience, a Origami King experience, and a one that people don't typically like experience, aka Sticker Star Killer. So for me, if I were to get rid of a game in the series, the original Paper Mario would probably be one of the ones to go because I just like the Thousand Year Door better. And I'm going to put the Thousand Year Door straight up into the S tier. And I just think it improves on pretty much everything from the original. Yes, the level design, I will say, isn't as good. It's not as open and fun. It is like a hallway simulator, I will admit. But the battle system completely makes up for it. The customization of the badge system is infinitely better. The partners are so much better. The story is way more interesting. The partners actually have little side stories that I give a care in the world about because I really don't care about the partners in the original because of nothing. I hate to say it, but they really have barely any personality, at least compared to this game. I mean, and the art and the graphics, especially in the remake, are fantastic. They look absolutely amazing. The music is definitely better than the original. Basically, everything now with I originally would say that I like the graphics better than the original, but now with the remake, I'm going to have to say I like the remake graphics better. And I really think that this game does everything better than the original except the level design. I can, but the thing is yes, the level design is worse, but the actual areas are way more interesting. So I like the chapters way better, but I do wish they were a bit more open in Thousand Year Door. That's really my only complaint with Thousand Year Door, other than the fact that the story's kind of mediocre. And yeah, but I really do love the Thousand Year Door. I've been playing this game quite a bit longer than the original, and I get that I could be nostalgia blind or something, but I just see that Thousand Year Door is it's just an evolution of the original Paper Mario. Like, I originally played Paper Mario Thousand Year Door when I was like 5 or something. I've been playing it for years. The OG I played for the first time a year. But I really see the difference in how I like these games because I care more about the things that are in Thousand Years. And if someone likes the OG better, I get it. Honestly, I mean, I might not understand people saying Sticker Star is their favorite because I think Color Splash is just a better game. But otherwise, I really understand anyone saying any of these games is their favorite. And I could probably even understand Sticker Star. But I really think that it's all just completely subjective. But I really do think Thousand Year best games in the series. And I think that's pretty obvious in my opinion. All right. So we are now getting into wait a minute. I put that in the wrong tier. Yeah, that was in the C tier. My bad. Yes, the original Paper Mario is in the C tier. And again, I don't hate the original Paper Mario, but when it comes down to it, if I had to get rid of one of the Paper Mario games, this would be one of the ones I would get rid of the fastest, just because I just like the Thousand Year Door better. And that's just really what it is, honestly. And I'd rather have, like I said, one traditional Paper Mario experience, one Origami King, one like Color Splash Sticker Star, and one Super. Because I do like mixing it up a bit. And hey, if I know a lot of people just only like Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door, and hey, that's fine. I get it. That makes sense. I mean, I play RPGs so much, and these are really the traditional RPG series. So I get it. But anyway, all right, Super Paper Mario's going right in the A tier. I love this game. I get it. The big flaw here is the combat is kind of trash, and mostly just because it's so easy. I actually like the pixels and I like the action platforming combat. That's fine. I just wish there were some difficulty settings. I'm okay with the fact that they decided not to go turn-based because honestly, I think it was a cool idea for a one-off. I think it was a cool idea. I mean, I would also love to see a Super Paper Mario 2 to be honest, but I think it's a great idea for a one-off game, but I really do think that all the bosses needed. Like, the fact that you can basically one-shot any boss in the game if you have, like, a bone-in cut with Bowser and hot sauce. Like, it's absurd how easy it is to... But other than the combat, this game is just fantastic. The story is actually kind of good, which is kind of crazy. It's bonkers. It's out there. Like, it makes you think. It's crazy. It's just an awesome story. The level design is awesome. The characters are across the board, I think, the best character cast of the series. Just Count Bleck and all of his awesome henchmen, like, they're awesome. It's fantastic. Bowser's hilarious. Luigi and Peach absolutely are fantastic in this game. I think while Origami King has my top, like, 2 favorite characters of the series, I think that Super Paper Mario all around has the best cast, with all, yeah, Count Bleck's henchmen, Tippy, your cast, Francis, Merly, Fractale. Like, there's so many good characters, and the music is amazing. Probably my, I don't know, 3rd favorite soundtrack of the series. Like, it's really, really good music. I can't remember which. I will say, the chapters are all fantastic. The whole side quests are great. The pixels are great. And honestly, this game, if the combat was a little better and it had some difficulty settings and stuff, it would make the game a lot better. Would it rank higher than Thousand Year Door because of that? Absolutely. But it's an amazing game. I totally understand if this is on the top of people's lists, but also I understand if you don't like it. If you don't like platformers, this is more like a kind of Metroidvania type thing. It's not an RPG. I mean, this is the least I mean, it has more RPG elements than like Sticker Star, but also doesn't have turn-based combat, so it's about equally not an RPG as Sticker Star. But really, you either you love this game or you hate it. It's kind of just not. I see this either at the top of people's rankings or at the bottom, or like right above Sticker Star near. Like, Super Paper Mario is a bit more divisive, but if you like it, you like it, and I think it's an awesome game. It's not my favorite of the series, but still really good. All right, Sticker Star. I'm not going to be anything controversial with Sticker Star. I really do think it's the worst. And does that mean it's bad? I mean, I'm going to say it's a below average game, but that doesn't mean it's an awful game. I think it's an all right. Like, and here's the problem. The story just doesn't exist. The characters, they don't exist. Those are my biggest issues with this game. The stickers actually are not actually too big of an issue for me. I mean, they're definitely not better. They're definitely worse than the badge system and all that, but they're actually still kind of fun. The fact that the fact they're consumable was never an issue for me. And all that stuff is fine. My issues are, as I said, the story and the characters suck, and you don't get any rewards after battle. See, if there were consumables, and let's say there's an EXP and job system, or if there's even just an EXP system to buff your health or something, then I would feel like, oh, fighting a battle and wasting my stickers is worth it. But I could just run away from every battle and fight a boss fight, and then I would just be equally powerful. See, it's not that this game is seriously lacking in any department. Really, it's just when the battles are fun. The game is fun. I'm not going to be, I don't think this game sucks. It's a fun game. I don't think I was ever really bored playing it, but just compared to, this is one of my favorite series of all time, and it just feels like the new Super Mario Bros. It doesn't feel bad. I like myself some new Super Mario Bros, but I also don't like it over the crazy ones like Super Mario Bros. 2 or Super Mario Galaxy. Like, it's just a bit more generic, but I will say there are definitely some highlights. If the stickers were revamped and there was like a badge system too, I don't mind the stickers. I mean, if they got rid of the battle spinner, that was the part I hated about that was the battle spinner. But see, if we had stickers, if Mario attacked with stickers and there were still partners in a badge system, my opinion on this game would probably be like, honestly, if this game had a badge system and partners, and just kept the level design, it'd be better than the original to me. It'd be better than the original, honestly, because I like the set pieces in this game a lot of the time. It's just hard for me to be motivated to play a game where the story and the characters are not interesting and you don't get any rewards for battle. However, I will say there are some cool levels in this game. Some people say every level in this game except the ending mansion sucks, and I think that's stupid. I mean, honestly, there's so many cool levels. I mean, not nearly as many cool levels as the other games, but still cool levels. And I think that the Yoshi Sphinx is very underrated. I think that the Waterfall of the Cheep Cheep is underrated. I think the Bowser Jr. airship is underrated. I think just so many levels that aren't bad. I mean, they're not great. I'm not going to say that they're all great, but I think, honestly, I think that Sticker Star is a good game, but a below average Paper Mario game. And I had fun with it. This is actually the first game I ever beat. I don't know. I mean, the first game I played in the series was Thousand Year Door, but I got stuck in the final dungeon because I was 5. But Sticker Star, I think I beat when I was 6 or 7. It was my first game I ever beat. Or maybe my second. I don't know if I beat this or Final Fantasy 1 first, but it was one of my first games I ever beat. Like, I'm super nostalgic for this game. The music is absolutely fantastic. One of the best soundtracks I've ever heard in a video game. Like I said, I love jazz music, so every song in this game, absolutely. But really, I love the music in this game. I think it's a good game, but I'm never playing it over any of these games, especially when Color Splash is around, because Color Splash is actually a pretty amazing game. So I'm gonna, yeah. Speaking of Color Splash, I'm gonna put that in the B tier. I don't think. Okay, here's the thing. Color Splash. Something's wrong here. I think this is what I meant to do, because I do have 2 games on 1 tier. I think this is, yeah. I think that Sticker Star is like an average game. Paper Mario is a little bit above average. I think Color Splash is a genuinely great game. Super Paper Mario is an all-time classic, and Thousand Year Door is one of my favorite games. Anyway, now this looks like a lot more authentic to you. Anyway, Color Splash, I think, is a fantastic game, honestly. I don't know. It fixed a lot of my problems with Sticker Star. Because, like I said, my problem never really was the stickers. In terms of combat, the battle spinner was my big problem, and they got rid of that, and they just let you use as many cards as you want, which in some ways made it easier, but the enemies do a lot more damage in this game than they did in Sticker Star to compensate, I feel like. So, you know what? That was fine. Combat in this game was genuinely fun. I liked with the enemy cards and the frog suits and stuff. There's definitely some more crazy stuff you could do. I actually liked the paint mechanic, because I don't know, a lot of people did this, but I found myself like painting some things like 3/4 of the way and trying to save exactly enough paint and manage it so that I killed the enemy but didn't waste any paint. Like, I get that a lot of people probably weren't wasting time doing random garbage like I was, but I thought it was fun. And I do think that the variety of attacks in this game is pretty awesome. I love that there's like 5 times jumps and stuff. Like, I think it's cool. And there's nothing too broken like in Sticker Star, like Mega Flash and Infinite Jumps or anything. So, I don't know. I really did like the battle system. I will say, in terms of the battle system, I think the one thing Sticker Star did better was the boss fights. I think the boss fights in this game were kind of mid compared to Sticker Star, because I think Sticker Star, as much as it's my least favorite game, has some of my favorite boss fights in the series because of how large scale and epic they are and great music, and because they're actually a little difficult. But anyway, back to my point. The battles, this is just like what I said about Paper Mario. Like, if I had to get rid of a Paper Mario game or 2 Paper Mario games, these would be right out the door, because these games are just better, in my opinion. And I think that Color Splash really The battle system's better in pretty much every way except for the boss fights. The story actually kind of exists. I'm not saying it's good, but some of the different, I'm not saying it's great, but there are some good moments. Like chapter 4 and 5 actually do have a pretty decent story. The pirate chapter, the train chapter, pretty fun story. Chapter 3 also, and chapter 2, lots of the story actually has some pretty fun moments. Now, is it as intriguing as Super Paper Mario? No. Is it as intriguing as the Thousand Year Door? No. Is it as emotional as the Origami King? Absolutely. But it's still a little bit, definitely more than Sticker Star in the original Paper Mario. Also, the characters aren't good necessarily, but the dialogue is great, and I think that kind of makes up for it in some ways. I do like some of the Toads in this game, though. Honestly, there are some iconic ones in my opinion. It definitely is better, a step up from Sticker Star. We've got the chosen Toads with the superpowers, the Toad Captains and 4, the Dark Blue Toads, the owner of the Mustard Cafe, the Rock Paper Wizard, the Shy Guy on the train. We've got the Toad Friends that grow the plant at Port Prisma, and then the Rescue Squad Toads. Like, yes, they're all Toads, except for the... Oh, there's also an archaeologist professor, and then I'm not saying that the Toads are great, but it's definitely a step up from Sticker Star, and actually the characters are kind of memorable. I think they're pretty memorable. I'm not gonna forget these guys anytime soon. Now, do I remember specific things they said? No, but do I remember the characters? Yes. I remember more characters from Color Splash than the original, and I played both those games about a year ago. I don't know, that might just be me, but I remember the Rock Paper Wizard, the Dark Blue Toads, the Toad Captains, the Mustard Cafe guy. Whereas in Paper Mario, I just remember the partners. Like, I can't tell you a single name of an NPC down. That might just be me, but I honestly just found the characters more funny and memorable in this game. So I really do like the characters in Color Splash. The chapters are fantastic. This game is the best level design in the series. Like, I like Origami King's more open level design and stuff, but in terms of just variety of set pieces, this game is absolutely... The exploration, like painting the world, this game is awesome. Like, in terms of just walking around in the world and just exploring, Color Splash is winning, hands down. Like, definitely. And I have my issues with this game. Like, the story, the characters are nothing special. The battle system is still pretty weak compared to some of the other ones in the series. But the world, the graphics are fantastic. The music, my favorite soundtrack in the series. And really, that world map is awesome. Like, the way it interconnects and all that stuff is just awesome. Really love that. This game has some of my favorite chapters in the series. Chapter 1 with the magical toads, I love. Chapter 3 with the Dark Blue Inn, Plum Park, and freaking Metal Gear Solid Fort Cobalt or whatever. 4 with the pirates, 5 with the train. Like, there's so many good... I think that Color Splash is fantastic. And it definitely is not as iconic as Super Paper Mario or Thousand Year Door or Origami King, but I still think that it is a great game. Yes, it should have had way more interesting characters and all that, but I think this could go down. Like, this is such an improvement from Sticker Star, in my opinion. Like, it felt like a completely different game. Because all my big problems, at least, were fixed a little bit. And I just think that Color Splash had so many unique areas that exploring really carried this game. It's just so good. Exploring, hearing that awesome music, painting the world, like, I think that really carried. And even the battles, they were pretty fun when it came down to it. And as much as I would love to have a real experience system, the hammer scraps, I was kind of okay with just getting hammer scraps, because guess what? It was a little bit kind of like an experience system, so I wasn't that mad. But anyway, I don't know. Color Splash, I think it's a great game. I get that people don't like it as much as some of the other ones, but I think the level design makes it. Um, it definitely is a bit more lopsided. Color Splash has very high highs, but some pretty low lows. Whereas I feel like Super Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door and Origami King are way more well rounded. Speaking of Origami King, it's a close one. In terms of like percentages, this is probably like a 55% for me. This is like a 64%. This is like a 71. It's like an 85. This is like a 91. And Origami King is going to be a 94%. Yes, I think Origami King is the best game in the series. Why? First of all, exploring the world. While I think Color Splash has the better level design, I think that Origami King, like, Color Splash has the most varied level design and stuff, but I think Origami King is just perfectly crafted. Like, every single time you enter a new area, it's just ripe for exploration. There's so many things to find. It's so much, it's so pretty. It's always so fun to explore everything, find all the toads and all that. But of course, these aren't, I don't know, Zelda games or whatever. So that like I said with Color Splash, as much as I love exploring, that's not what makes the game a full experience. What makes Origami King the full experience, in my opinion, sure, there's no badge system or anything. That really, I mean, I will say the customization in this game sucks. Like, it's the worst in the series. Like, you get what, 4 hammers in the game and like 3 jump. That sucks. But I do still think this is the best game in the series. Why? Like I said, the exploration is amazing. The graphics, this is probably my favorite looking game of all time. It's so amazing. It's the way they crafted this world out of paper. It's crazy. Color Splash, I think, took a more cardboard approach. It's like in between Origami King and it's like Sticker Star, but up a notch, like prettier Sticker Star. Whereas this just took a whole new approach. Like, if you look side by side, if you just look at the difference in the trees between Origami King and Color Splash, you'll know what I mean. Like, Origami King is just a step up. The story's awesome in this game. So many good moments with all the characters: Bobby, Olivia, Bowser, Bowser Jr., Kamek, Captain T, Ode, Professor Toad, Hole Punch. There's just so many amazing moments in this game. Laugh out loud moments, some of the most emotional moments I've ever seen in a video game. Bobby is probably my favorite fictional video game character of all time now. I freaking love the dude. I literally restarted the game multiple times just so I could see that death scene again with all the surrounding context. Like, it's amazing. The game is crazy with the body horror too. Like, it's such a light game, and then just crazy things are happening to these characters, like paper mache all over. It's just crazy. This game is bold. Like, Thousand Year Door, I would say, is like the full traditional Paper Mario package. But this game is just so unique. Origami King is like nothing else. I've never played anything even remotely like what the frick is the battle system? Like, I mean, the normal battles, they're fun. They're fun little puzzles. But the boss battles in this game, some of my favorite boss battles I ever put in a video game. Just love the puzzle mechanics in the boss battles. If you haven't played the game, I recommend at least go fight the first boss and tell me what you like. It's amazing. So not only it is like the best looking game I've ever seen, not only is the story the most emotional in the series, not only does it have my favorite battle system in the series, but not only does it have an amazing soundtrack, not only does it have like my favorite characters in the series, but it has my favorite chapters in the series too. Yes, even above Thousand Year Door. The first streamer kind of is mid, but Chapter 2, my favorite chapter in the whole series, like I said, Bobby. Chapter 3 is probably my favorite desert area in a video game. Riding around in the boot car is just so much fun. Frickin' Chapter 4 is literally just Wind Waker Light for anyone who doesn't want to play all the way through Wind Waker, so that's fun. The Shangri Spa. The underwear is probably the most unique area in a Paper Mario game, but the Shangri Spa is right behind. I freaking love that place. It's so cool. Like, this game is just amazing. It's just straight up. And I don't know. I honestly don't care where the series goes after this. I'm more than happy if they go another traditional Paper Mario game, if the remake is successful, or if they go in crazy new directions. Heck, if it were for me, if you've not watched my video, I made a video on the future of the Mario RPG series and stuff. I just said this is what we should do. We should have Paper Luigi be like traditional Mario, and then have Paper Mario be like the crazy arts and crafts stuff. And I think that would be awesome to have both. And because there definitely are fans of the new, like if you see Origami King is the highest, Origami King and Super Paper Mario are the highest selling game in the series. And even above Thousand Year Door and stuff, even though it's like a cult classic, right? There's definitely people who love the experimentation. I mean, I have Origami King as my favorite. Like, I love this game, and if it weren't for Sticker Star sucking and Color Splash soaring and Origami King just being absolutely fantastic, like, we just never would have got Origami King, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. And I get that Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door is the more popular game. I get that it's objectively more appealing. Like, it's definitely more of a traditional experience. And I get that. But I love seeing games that are like nothing I've ever played before. And Origami King has a special place in my heart for being like nothing I've ever played before. Whereas Thousand Year Door, if I really had to get rid of Thousand Year Door, I could play the OGP. I really had to get rid of Thousand Year Door, I could go play Bug Fable. I really had to get rid of Thousand Year Door, I could play Super Mario RPG. If I really had to get rid of Thousand Year Door, I play Sea of Stars. Like, there's so many games that are trying to replicate Paper Mario and Paper Mario 2 at this point. Whereas Origami King just stands as something that I can't even see any game. It's just something that I've never been able to experience with any other game. And it's just, I don't know. I just really think it's the best. Whereas Color Splash and Sticker Star, they still kind of feel like a 3D Mario game with a Paper Mario font on top of it. Or Origami King just feels like something completely special. No one's going to change my mind. I don't know if it'll ever be topped as my favorite Paper Mario game. And if it is, that new Paper Mario game may just be my favorite game of all time. Thank you all for watching this video. If you hate my opinions, let me know down below. If you agree with my opinions, that's impressive. Let me know down below because I have some weird opinions here. Let me know. Just tell me your opinions. And thank you all for watching. And thank you for staying this long and listening to my opinion because granted, most fans probably clicked off by now because they either hate new or old Paper Mario. So yeah, thank you all for watching again and have a fantastic day. Peace out, Mario RPG fans.